Well, there goes another bolt. This block fucking sucks. Don't buy that fucking piece of shit. All right, that was right about where I was aiming. Toasted my fucking goddamn bolt. Fucking piece of shit, dude. All right, hey folks, what's going on? I know it's been a hot minute, but today we are sighting in my bow, my crossbow. Not really sighting it in. We're just doing some practice right now. Haven't gotten around to shooting this thing this year. It's September 16th, which is actually the opening day in Wisconsin for bow deer. If you're wondering, it's crossbow. That's why I have these strings. It was a gift from my grandpa, so I'm just gonna use it. If you wanna say whatever you want in the comments that using a crossbow isn't really bow hunting, I don't really care. I would like to get into vertical bow, but I don't know if I wanna spend like $1,000 on a really nice bow when I just have a crossbow and I can harvest deer the same way. But that doesn't really matter. The one thing that's gonna kind of suck for today is that I have to kind of sort of make sure that I gotta obviously make sure that this thing is shooting right, but I don't think the heads that I have on this bolt are the same as, let's say, like the ones that are my normal ones, not the same grain. So I'm just gonna do a 20-yard. I'm just gonna do a 20-yard shot right now with the bolt that I have on, with just a regular broadhead like that. So we're gonna get into it right now. My buddy Easton's calling me, so I gotta take this, but stay tuned, folks. It's gonna be a fun day. But let's get into the fun. Already cocked, rock cocked and loaded. We got our bolt and everything. We're at 20 yards right now. And I got one of those yellow jacket cubes, which is a pretty nice thing, where it has like 4 different sides that you can shoot at. And right now I'm shooting at the one that's like the lung and the heart of a deer. So hopefully we can kind of dial it in and get something pretty good. Hopefully this tip is somewhat to the same grainage of my Rage ones. I don't really feel like adjusting anything, so I probably won't, because I've shot this thing a lot. So, but yeah, let's get into it right now. Get dialed in on this thing. All right, safety off. Okay, let's go and check that one out. All right, that was right about where I was aiming. So that wasn't a horrible shot. Actually, I had to pull it out because this thing was like all the way into there. They said it was a crossbow one. Literally says it right there. Crossbow approved, allegedly. Where that bolt just about went all the way through it, and I almost lost another one. And I don't have too many bolts because the last year that I was sighting in, I Robin Hooded like 3 or 4 bolts, which really pissed me off. But that's not a bad shot to start. I'm only gonna keep using this one, so we're gonna have to come down and check it every single time. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. Hopefully we can shoot a little bit more. I'm probably gonna shoot at the heart now because the heart's smaller, so we'll see what happens. All right, shot number 2. We're gonna do a standing. I think all the shots today we're gonna be doing standing because it's gonna be kind of simulating what you'd be like in a tree stand if you had to move around. Because even though ladder stands and stuff like that have those little braces that come over the top of you where it's like here, more than likely you're probably not going to be resting on that. You're going to be shooting like around it like this or like that, kind of like that. So In my opinion, I think it's a good idea to stand and shoot unless you're sighting it in, which I'm not. I'm just practicing. So we're doing a standing 20-yard shot towards the heart. We shot at the lungs, pretty much the exact area that I was aiming, so that's good. So now we're gonna go heart. I actually might have to change the camera angle for you guys so it's not all blown out because the sun's like screwing me up. Forgot my variable ND filter. I know you guys don't give a shit, but here we go. All right, we're on safe right now. Safety off. And at the heart. Kind of flinched a little bit on that, but let's go down there and check it. Still got bottom of the lung, but yeah, I kind of flinched a little bit. I get really shaky sometimes, but yeah, let's check it. All right, so that's not a horrible shot. Still got lung. I was aiming here, but I think I flinched a little bit and it went up over here. I don't think that's the arrows. I don't think that's the weapon's fault at all, but that's still a dead deer. That's still bottom lung. And even with those expandable broadheads, I would have probably nicked the heart probably right about there. So that's not half bad of a shot. So we're gonna try and see if we can get like here in this general area, like right there. So let's see what happens. All right, another standing heart shot. Let's see if I can't suck like I did on that one. Yeah. I'm excited for deer hunting. I hope you guys are too. I just recently kind of got back into bow hunting. I've had this crossbow for a long time. And just kind of out of the blue, I was like, you know, I kind of want to start doing this again. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So let's see what we can do on this shot. I don't know what's going to happen, but we got the bolt in. We're all good. Or pull back to the rear. All right, I'm going to go with eyes, both eyes open and see if that helps. All right, well, that wasn't a bad shot. About the same area where that first one was, so let's go check it. Definitely a good shot. That was just about where I was aiming. Had it about here, a little bit that way, not anything crazy. I mean, that's still 110% a dead deer right there. That's definitely hitting heart with the lung, so that's a dead deer. We're gonna pop her back to 30. I think that's what yeah, it goes 20, 30, 40, 50. So we're gonna go back to 30 and see what happens in a standing shot, center mass into the lungs right here. All right, we dropped her back to 30 yards. Now we're gonna do a center mass on the lung like I just said. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking that when I go out the next time, So I'm going, first hunt I'm gonna do is gonna be at the beginning of October, which is when they're gonna maybe be moving just a little bit. Possibly. More or less going out to see what the land looks like, my grandpa's land. Definitely gonna take you guys with. But here we go, 30 yards. 30 yards center mass lung. Okay, safety off. Huh. Little low, but honestly a really good shot. Let's go check that. Like I hit right over the top of the heart, which wasn't really where I was aiming. I don't know why it's flying so weird, but let's go check it. So I was aiming like here and hit about here. Oh, let me move. So I was aiming about here and then I hit about here. So that's still a really good shot. That's still 110% a dead deer, but yeah, let's get another shot, see what happens. God, I'm dying. All right, 30 yards, let's see what happens. I could do some sort of competition by myself, but just trying to get back into being comfortable with this thing. Just taking shots. I'll probably drop back to... Oh, actually, you know why it shot low like that was because I was not using... I just realized why it shot so low. I'm like, man, it kind of shot low. It's because I wasn't using the right circle in the scope. That's dumb. Well, good thing I'm out here practicing, because that would not be a good thing when I'm out in the field. So, yeah, that makes sense now. All right, safety off. We're gonna go center mass again on that lung. Perfect shot, absolutely beautiful. Exactly where I was aiming, center mass on that lung, double lung for sure. That thing is dead. Let's go check it. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. That was exactly where I was aiming, right in the lung. That thing is freaking dead, dude. That's awesome. That is good news. That means I'm on. That means the bow's on. And that means we're gonna have a good hunt, and we're gonna get something for sure this upcoming bow season, baby. Let's go. All right, folks. We're gonna go for the 30-yard standing heart shot. See what happens, and then if this one goes pretty good, we're gonna drop back to 40, see what happens. And I will probably poke 50, because, you know, why not? You never know, there might be a bow, a bow, God, I'm stupid. A deer at about 50 that you're like, man, really nice deer, I can't get that thing in, I'm gonna have to poke it. It's never a bad idea to kind of test your range when it comes to your bow or any sort of weapon, because you never know. Trophy one might be sitting right there at 50, and you're like, shit, I don't know if I'm capable or if I feel confident enough of taking that shot. Might as well just take the shot here and not out in the field when it actually matters. Because you could wound it, it could die, you never harvest that deer, and then, you know, you just feel bad. Because if you shoot an animal, you want to harvest it. Obviously, you want the meat, you want the antlers, you want whatever. But as a hunter, you're kind of like, my goal is to harvest this deer. It's not just to shoot it, wound it, and let it die and coyotes eat it. That's just a sad way for an animal to go, and you kind of feel like shit afterwards. So, all right, 30 yards standing heart shot. Let's see what happens. All right. Get a nice standing position. Safety off. Let's go. Maybe, all right, let's go check it out. I may have flinched just a little bit, but like, there's a freaking dead deer right there. 30 yards, standing where it stands, dead. Oh man, I'm excited, dude. I'm so excited. I also just fixed my shotgun. Last season when I was out there, I messed it up, and now that's fixed. And Easton's coming over, like I said earlier, and we're gonna trap shoot. So you guys are gonna enjoy that. It's gonna be fun. But let's go check this 30-yard heart shot out. All right. Well, I mean, that's still like a really good shot. Like it's kind of right in between the lung and the heart, but with that expandable, like that's nicking the lungs and the heart at the same time. It's maybe not the best because it's not, you know, double lung or straight heart, but that's still a dead deer. And if I probably would have taken another shot, I would have been like right next to it. So I'm perfectly okay with a shot like that, because 30 yards that accurate, like just a little bit off with light wind, I mean, that's not bad. And I haven't eaten today, so I'm shaking. So it'd be the same, it would be the equivalent if there was like a monster stag buck standing there. And I also got a Rogan, a little nicotine pouch. So that doesn't, it just makes you like really anxious. So it's honestly a good way to practice, because I'm pretty much ready for when the adrenaline starts hitting and you're just shaking like a leaf on a tree and you're just losing it because the biggest buck of your life. But yeah, it's good. We're gonna drop her back to 40 now and go center mass and then heart and see what happens. Oh yeah, all right. 40 yards, folks. We're gonna do the same thing we did at 30, which is go lung, then heart. I feel pretty confident about this. Very confident. So I'm extremely excited. Bow's shooting good. I lubed up everything, lubed up the slide, the strings. A little tip for you guys too. I think it says it on the package. I probably shouldn't be fucking with the strings now that I just cocked it back. But when you put the string wax on, you're supposed to like rub your fingers on it like this. That looks really weird, but you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to basically like heat it up with your hands, like the heat of your hands and the friction of running up and down it, so it kind of works its way into them. It's just a nice little rule of thumb. So it's actually like doing the job that it was supposed to do. But let's hop into this. Got our bolt loaded. All right. Got to make sure to put the right circle on the target. All right, safety off. That was not a good shot whatsoever. That one sucked. I'm gonna go and grab that and redo it, so I'll be back in a sec. All right, well, that shot was absolutely garbage. So we are going to redo it. I think I might have flinched or dropped the bow after I shot. I'll have to check the replay and see what happened. But yeah, completely. If that would have been a deer, I probably would have shot. It was pretty low. I probably would have shot like low gut, if anything. Maybe would have nicked a part of the lung, but it was not a great shot at all. Wasn't proud of that one. I don't know how we go from 20 or 30 being perfect and then 40, it starts to just drop, exponentially drop. But all right, let's see what we can do here with this standing shot. Might do a kneeling shot too, practice that a little bit, but I think if I can get it dialed in pretty good with standing, kneeling, or sitting, is gonna be a freaking dream. It's gonna be a lot easier. So might as well do the harder stuff first, makes everything else pretty darn easy. But let's get it. All right. All right, we're going center mass again on the lung. Oy. Not doing too good. Not doing good at all. Like, that absolutely sucked. That sucked ass. That was not good at all. Yeah, we're spot on at 40 right now. And I'm shooting extremely low, extremely low. So I'm gonna go and check it. But Not looking too good at 40 for some reason. Well, this is awesome. The bolt went almost all the way through the block, and now the white ones are fine. This red one in the middle, you guys, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but you can see the light, you can see my shirt. Might have to put a dab of super glue or something on it, but that really sucks because I only have 2 of these bolts. Son of a bitch, dude. God dang. That's really gonna, I feel like that's gonna mess up how it spins in the air. But yeah, that really does suck. But let's see. We're gonna take one more shot and then see what happens. Might have to grab the other one and fix that one, which would really suck because next thing you know, I'm all out of bolts and I'm just screwed. So that would not be good whatsoever. That would just suck. Really, really suck. All right. 40 yards. Center mass, lung. Let's see what happens for the 3rd time. Maybe 3rd time's the charm. I don't know what's going on, why it's dropping so crazily. Okay, that is not good. Could be the bolt now because it's messed up, but like it's shooting like straight garbage. I literally watched it just go poof, like just drop. So that might mean that the tip that I have on there is not the right grainage, and it was fine at 20 and 30, but now I'm at 40 and it's just plummeting. Just like boom. I was almost aiming high on that and it hit like way under. I also think it might be the fletching being messed up, but I'm gonna have to go grab that other bolt and see what happens. Maybe throw a different tip on there and see if it's gonna, I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, folks, we are back. New bolt. I even put on a different tip. Maybe it's a different grain. I think it might have been the head, or I guess the broad head, even though it's more of a practice one. But we'll see what happens. We're still at 40. Brand new one. Hopefully it doesn't go all the way through the block and I destroy the fletchings like I pretty much just did on that last one. Probably fix it, put a little super glue on the one. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go center mass with this. Hopefully it hits there, because if it does not, we have a major problem on our hands. All right, we're at 40, center mass. I don't know why that's dropping so much. That is dropping a lot. All right, I'm gonna go grab that and I'm gonna try and see if I can shoot it like a lot higher, see if we can hit there, but it's not looking great. So honestly, that wasn't a horrible shot because it did hit heart. Just the corner of it. So definitely a dead deer. But definitely not great when you're trying to get it to where you can shoot at 40 and it's exactly where you're aiming. And it's not doing that whatsoever, which is very, very annoying. So we're gonna aim a little high and maybe see if that gets it where it needs to be. And it maybe could be the broadhead and it could be the bolt, but I'm pretty sure I zeroed this in with these bolts. But that means we just might have to aim just a touch high at 40, because I don't really feel like readjusting all of my stuff. If I know, hey, I gotta go a little high at 40, no big deal. We might drop back to 30 and see how it's doing there, but Let's aim a little bit high at the lung right now and see what happens. All right, find the target. Okay. Maybe I've been dropping because that hit almost exactly where I was aiming. So I guess let's try it again and see what happens, because that, I was aiming top of the lung, almost like higher lung, and it hit pretty much higher lung. So maybe those other shots I was dropping my front arm after I pulled the trigger. Maybe I got to hold it there a little bit longer, which could be the problem. So let's check it. Well, there goes another bolt. That's awesome. Well, if you guys would like to know, I was aiming here and hit here and just completely toasted this bolt. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Now it doesn't want to give me the fucking bolt back. This block fucking sucks. Don't buy that fucking piece of shit. I may or may not have left it out all season, but it literally says you can. So the thing's a piece of shit. Look at it, it's just fucking toasted. Like, look at that. Toasted my fucking goddamn bolt. Fucking piece of shit, dude. There goes 2 bolts, and now I have none. So that really just made my fucking goddamn day. So I'm gonna go in and eat something, and now I'm gonna have to go and buy more bolts if I can even fucking find these, because I couldn't find them last year. So yeah, I'll see you guys when Easton gets here, and we're gonna do a little trap shooting. It's gonna be fun, but I'm just, God, look at that shit. Toasted, dude. Literally toasted. It's just done for. Oh my God, that pisses me off so much. But all right, see you guys later. Peace.